Happy new month, guys. I feel like this year it has been a routine for me to come here like almost every beginning of the month and wish you guys a happy new month, and then I disappear. I make a few videos and disappear, and then after a while it's a new month and I'm back. I can't even believe that we are in July. Like, yesterday was just January. Then I was talking about my birthday in June. Now it is July. The year is fast spent. And I'm just sitting here asking myself, what have I done with my life this year? And it was a rude awakening for me, honestly, guys. I won't even lie. Okay, so what have I been up to? I've been MIA, and honestly, guys, this video I want to be real with you and to just give you some updates and share with you some of the new things I'm going to be doing on this channel. Yeah, so welcome back. My name is Virtue Grace, the African storyteller. And that's if you're coming by for the first time or you are seeing me for the first time. Okay, have you subscribed? I guess no. So kindly click on that subscribe button, and when you do, tap on the bell and select all. That way you will always be the first to know when I post a new video or I do a live stream. Okay, go on and subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. And for you, my returning vet loves, you guys know how we roll. I love you guys. I was about to say I roll. I love you guys. I'm from Benue State, so excuse me. In Benue, sometimes we use L instead of R and R instead of L. But yeah, it's acceptable in my own native language, even though it is not grammatically correct in English language. Just excuse me, okay? Yeah, you guys know how we roll. I love you guys, okay? Yeah, so like I was saying, I started this channel with that energy and enthusiasm to share my likes, my passions, and my my interests with you guys. I started off doing makeup because as at then I was really very passionate about makeup. I still wear makeup, as you can see now. I still do wear makeup, but some days I just don't feel like wearing makeup the way I used to feel a few years back when I started this channel. Then I couldn't go a day or go out without wearing makeup. It was like a daily affair for me. But now I can actually go for a whole month without putting on any makeup on my face. That's to tell you how much our interests change and how much a lot of things change in our lives as we grow older and as we experience new things in life, and the world around us, continue to change and evolve. Yeah. So I started with makeup, but along the way I started incorporating other stuff, because for me, when I started with makeup, it was an opportunity for me, an entry point for me to share other things with you. So while wearing makeup, I could talk about women's issues that really are also very close to my heart. When you look down on this channel, you are going to see all of those things I'm talking about. At a point, I did some book reviews because I had a lot of time then. I was reading more often than I do now, and so I thought it was a good idea to review some of the books I was reading and share conversations with you guys, and that had a good run while it lasted. Along the way, I started introducing vlogs as well, because I felt more comfortable with you guys and felt like it was okay to share my life with you guys deeper. So I started introducing vlogs, and things began to progress from there. And then eventually the pandemic happened and we were all locked down. We were at home, so I was doing more of African stories, basically sharing stories around the pandemic and the response, and everything that was happening around that period in Africa, or as they affected Africans. Okay, and we had a really good run with that until the lockdown was over and we gradually began to get back to normalcy, going about our businesses as usual. And with that, I took the next leap of faith. I resigned from my job. For those of you who didn't know, I was creating content while working as a development worker. That was my career path. It still very much is, But then I also, for a very long time, nursed the idea of exploring Africa, because I had read in books and several other literature by Africans, and I got curious. I wanted to be able to experience some of the physical places that some of the books I read were, set in. So when lockdown was over and I was able to afford to travel, I began traveling, and that was like one of the most exciting phase of my life. I really, really, really did enjoy it. I've been able to visit about 10 African countries from 2020 to 2022. Met amazing people, created beautiful memories that I love so much. Okay. And somehow things have not continued the way I envisaged that they were going to go. So we're not traveling as often as I would have loved to travel. And so I began to think, I've been giving these people travel content. I love it so much. They also love it. But now I'm not traveling. What do I do? What do I do? Because these people love me. They want to see content from me. They want to see me share Africa with them. What do I do? So that has really kept me in a place of, dilemma and confusion, right? I didn't know where else to turn, what else to do. So I've been doing a lot of reflection and all. The beauty of growth is that we are able to look back on our journey and appreciate just how far we've come. No one gives you a blueprint or a template on content creation. You just love it. You pick up your phone or your camera, whatever equipment you have, and then you just begin creating. And as you do that, you learn along the way. That has been my story. I just got up one day and started creating because I loved it. Okay, so along the way I've learned a lot, and like I said earlier, even my interests have changed, and I feel like I have more focus now, and a more clear sense of direction, if you like, as to where I want to go with the kind of stories I want to tell on this channel. Okay, and I did that consideration because this is what I love and the interest I have, and the fact that you guys also share similar interests with me. So it's going to be more mutually beneficial to take the channel in this direction. So in case you've not noticed already, the name has changed. For me, that was a very huge step. I had contemplated it for a very long time. You guys have always known this channel as Virtue Grace. You've known me as Virtue Grace, but I felt like this channel is more than me. It's not about me per se, and so that first step of dissociating myself from the work and the focus was very critical. And for me, just taking that step in the first place was a huge step forward for me in the right direction. So I changed the name from Virtue Grace to African Storyteller. You guys, I tell African stories. We are here to talk about Africa, to share our Africa. That's what we do here. It is not about Virtue Grace. So the focus moving forward is going to strictly be about our Africa, okay? The continent that we love so much. That's going to be the focus. So we'll be telling African stories strictly on this channel. No more any story or video about Virtue Grace, my lifestyle, meltdowns, and any of that. It is no longer going to happen here. We are going to tell African stories, histories, cultures, people, travels. Of course, we are going to continue traveling as God makes funds available to us. We'll travel and we will relish our Africa. No more about Virtue Grace, okay? And I know you'll be asking, but why are we not going to see the Virtue Grace we love to see? Of course you are going to see me. I'm going to share my life with you on a different place. So there's another channel, Being Virtue Grace, which I had activated I think about 3 years ago, 2 3 years ago, that I was going to share my lifestyle there. But you know, the whole confusion and lack of direction, I didn't really post much there. So now that I have more clear sense of direction, we are moving back to Being Virtue Grace, which is the YouTube channel linked on the screen here. That's where we are going to have my lifestyle content there, where you see me goofing, dancing, eating, playing, making everything that you love to see about me as a person. I'm going to put up over there on Being Virtue Grace. But as far as telling African stories is concerned, the African Storyteller is going to be here. You find African stories here from my own perspective, as usual, like you guys love when I tell you. Okay, so that's the major change, and you are going to see the AfriBoss series, the videos and everything African stories, you know, the things that you guys love to see about Africa. We are going to do that here. So moving forward, you can see I've changed the name. I've done a bit of rebranding to give me more focus and direction, so that when it seems like I'm not traveling, I still know that I can tell you African stories from Nigeria or wherever, okay, and on whatever things that portray our cultures, our history, our people, our lifestyle as Africans, and all of that. That is what you should expect from this channel moving forward. Okay, so if you've not subscribed to that channel, it is linked in the description box. Click on it, go subscribe there. You know, you're going to, that's where you're going to find me on a personal note. Yeah, I'm excited for this one, and let's see how we go together and, you know, continue to share beautiful moments together. What do you guys think? Is it a new development that you like? Let me know, because this is our channel. The African Storyteller channel is your channel, okay? It's not just mine. We've always collaborated together, shared ideas and all of that. That's why we've come this far, and I can't wait. I'm excited to see just how much more far or further we will go as, you know, as a team. Yeah, so that's it. I thought to bring you this update on this first day of July. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed, fruitful, productive month. And yeah, have you subscribed? Subscribe if you've not, okay? And remember to subscribe to Being Virtue Grace channel as well, my second channel. I'll see you guys in the next videos and on Being Virtue Grace. Until then, stay safe, healthy, below abiding. Drop a comment. I'd like to know your mind. What do you think about this development? Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, healthy, below abiding, and Virtue Grace, the African Storyteller. Bye. Mwah.